Hey guys, this is Coach Davis. I'm the PE teacher at Willard Orchard Hills Elementary, or as we like to call it, WOHE. Now the purpose of this video is to give you some information about what your child may be learning, some expectations they're going to be meeting this year, as well as all the fun they're going to be having in our PE class here at WOHE. Now typically we send this out in a paper newsletter prior to the school year starting. So this year we did two things a little bit differently. Number one, we did it in a way that could reach you across multiple devices at just about any time of the day. And we also are sending this out 2 days after the school year had already started. Which, having said that, I can't even begin to describe how awesome the first 2 days of school here were. The building was just full of positivity. We had music going in the morning, people dancing, and kids were just focused in already on instruction and enjoying their new teachers as we got the school year started on Thursday. So one thing we want to hit off here, a little about myself. My name is Daniel Davis. I've been a PE teacher now for 8 years. I received my degree at College of the Ozarks and have since then attained a master's degree in administration, and currently I'm pursuing an educational specialist degree within the same field. I'm married and I have 3 kiddos. I'm married to my wonderful wife, Kaya, over there. She's also a teacher, and you'll find her here down in the 4th grade wing here at Willard Orchard Hills. She's a 4th grade teacher here as well. She's been teaching for 7 years, and Kaya and I have 3 amazing kiddos. We have Gibson, who just started kindergarten, and we can talk more about that later. He is 5 going on 6. Ozzy, and then Miller. Ozzy is 3 and kind of runs the show, and Miller's just holding his own along the way. He's just over a year old. So that's my family and a little bit about myself, some people that are important to me. Something else that I do outside of school as well is I'm a baseball coach for the district, as well as a football coach. Football just got underway, and baseball we finished up back in May and had a pretty great year in both sports, so looking forward to another one. As far as your child's PE class is concerned here at WOHE, there's a couple things that you may need to know as far as need-to-know information. When it's your child's PE day, we do ask that they come in tennis shoes, and that can be anything from a good old pair of Chuck Taylors to Velcro straps. It doesn't matter. As long as it's got a sole and their foot is covered, they're covered. If they're wearing sandals that are closed around their heel, that's perfectly fine. As long as they're comfortable and can wear them, I'm okay with that. Same thing kind of goes for cowboy boots. With the concrete floor here, it doesn't really affect it like it would the old wood floor. So if they want to wear their boots that day, that's okay. With the understanding that most will probably be sore after a while from the heels hitting, so they may want to take them off. In the event that the child does take off their shoes if they're wearing boots that day that are uncomfortable, or perhaps if they do have flip-flops on, we probably will have them take them off. But in the event that they do, we always have them take their socks off so that their socks aren't being ruined by the floor with dirt, anything else that may have accrued on the floor throughout the day. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of you and taking care of things at home, not adding to your laundry list, as well as keeping your child safe in PE, and that's the most important thing. We also have a place as soon as your child enters the door to place their shoes, and it's a big part of their ownership of their learning in PE is to keep the gym safe. So when they come in, they are expected to put them down in pairs, facing a certain way against the door so they're out of harm's way from anyone tripping on them or stepping on them, as well as ruining their shoes as well. Having said that, we also have a place for coats and jackets that can be hung by our older students or younger students. I'll be glad to jump in and help them. We keep those off the floor for the same reasons of safety within the gymnasium. Some other things you may want to know: a water bottle is awesome. It's an awesome tool that they can bring to PE every day. Most of the time they have to bring their backpack, pencils, their take-home folder back to class. If they can bring a pair of shoes on their feet and a water bottle to PE, that's all they'll ever need. We don't typically let them outside for a drink during PE unless we're doing something that's extremely strenuous on the body. We want to make sure that we're getting in the most instructional time that we possibly can. And we want to keep them focused in the gym, so we don't typically let them go out unless we have to. So a water bottle is a great thing that they can bring. They can put it in our blue crate when they come in the door, and at any time I can go over there and get a drink without interrupting the class or the lesson. Some of the rules in the gym are very, very simple. We just want to make sure that our students, that we're teaching them to be respectful, to be grateful, and to be responsible. We feel like if they can follow those expectations, we don't run into many issues here during PE classes. We want to be respectful of others during the game, make sure we're making the right choices and treating each other fairly, as well as being responsible, and that goes across many different areas. But an example of that is taking care of our equipment. PE equipment isn't cheap, and just like anything else in the world, it's hard to replace. So we want to teach our kids to be responsible with our equipment and treat it well, so we can continue to use it year after year and get good use out of it before it's time to replace it. And then the last piece of that was being grateful. We expect our kids to be grateful for each other, for the lesson, for what they're given each day, and we have small bits and pieces that we add into our lesson to help instill that kind of learning within your kiddo when they're in PE that day. As far as the actual rules, I only have two, and one of them is to make sure that you're listening when someone else has permission to speak, whether it's myself or instructing the lesson or another student who is kind of helping teach the class that day, because that'll happen quite frequently. We want to make sure that we're being an active listener, and we are seeking first to understand, to make sure that we are understanding what they're saying before we respond and actually understand what's going on in the lesson. And the second one is just a safety rule, and we call that our stop, look, and listen rule. No matter what the implement is, whether it's music, whistle, my voice, if you hear something stop, that means you got to find coach, you're looking for me, and then you have to listen. Again, we're seeking to understand what's going on so we can be safe in PE and ultimately have the most fun. That's about all we really have to know about our physical education classes, but the last piece that I did want to tell you is why your child comes to PE and what we're hoping to get out of it. Our main goal in our physical education program here at Willard, and more specifically here at WOHE, is we are trying to teach your student to become a physically literate person. And that may be a term you've not heard before, and that's okay. A physically literate person is someone who has the skills to move and play in any given environment or game. They know how to move, how to follow the directions of that game. They can also show us that they know how and also how to maintain being fit. This is something that we'll do through multiple fitness tests, lessons, and fun activities. The kids don't even know they're learning about fitness, but they are, and something they can take with them as well. Someone who acts fairly and justly and can be respectful and even agree disrespectfully during a game or activity. That's something that a physically literate person is capable of doing. And above all else, they're going to learn why it's important to be physically active. All of those things, we kind of throw those into a blender, and that's what makes a physically literate person. And ultimately, that's what we're going to try to do here with your kiddo. By the time they come into kindergarten, before they leave here in 4th grade and head to the intermediate, we're hoping to produce about 50 kiddos that are very physically literate and ready for the next level of their learning. Above all else, guys, we want our kids to have adventures, and those adventures can range from anything, from skateboarding to climbing a mountain to having a big gymnastics meet, maybe just simply running without getting tired for a 5-minute period. Anything can be an adventure to anybody who makes it one, and that's something that we also try to instill in our kids here. It's something we look forward to doing throughout the year. If you ever need to reach me, my email should be flashing down here at the bottom. It's danieldavis@willardschools.net. You can always reach me there. You can also call the school here, also provided now, flashing down below, where you can leave a message for me if I'm able to get to you. I'll try to do so as quickly as possible. With that being said, we're all wrapped up here from the WOHE Gymnasium. With any questions, please use that contact information. We're looking forward to a great year here at Willard Orchard Hills Elementary.